Welcome to Let's Talk Library with your host, Annie Archive.
Let's talk fair use. So what is fair use? And it's very, very basic, most simple definition. Fair use is kind of like an exception to copyright material or the use of copyrighted materials if that use is of a limited and transformative purpose or use. So if you want to see if your use of copyrighted material falls under this fair use doctrine, there's kind of four main aspects that you need to look at. The first is the nature of the work. So what is the nature of the work being copyrighted? Is it creative? Is it factual? Is it published? Is it unpublished? You'll want to take a look at all of those. The second is purpose. So how are you using this copyrighted material? Is it for parody? Is it for educational purposes? Or are you trying to make money off of it? The third is the amount. So how much are you using of the copyrighted material? Are you using a little? Are you using a lot? Sometimes they have found cases where using the entire copyrighted material is totally fine, but they've also found times where using even the tiniest portion is considered unfair use because that tiny portion related to the heart of the work or the essential critical piece of the original copyrighted work. So sometimes that amount can kind of waver. And lastly, you have effect. And that effect means how much is your use of the copyrighted material affecting current or future sales of the original copyrighted work. So each case of fair use is different, and if it was to go to court or something, it's kind of taken by a case-by-case basis because each copyrighted material is very different, and the use of each copyrighted material is very different. So there's no real black and white kind of rule of like, you did this, it's wrong, you did that, it's right. So you kind of have to look at it and make your own judgments for it. But if you use those four main aspects of nature, purpose, amount, and effect, you'll have a good start.